Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel. We're doing another DIY build, but this time it's an auto flasher, auto jigger for ice fishing season 2025 and 2026 and beyond. Now, all the items I'm using, I will leave a link in the description below. This is a winch wiper motor that I purchased on Amazon for $32. A 50 cal plastic ammo box can that I purchased at Harbor Freight for about $10. Some old gator clips I had laying around the house with the wires. Of course, you need your butt connectors. I had 2 left laying around the house. So, do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and let's get building, guys. Take off this maybe with a small heat gun this will work a lot better. There we go. Of course, I don't have one that big, but we'll just make it work. All right, let's tighten one of them down. Second one. All right, so I moved it. I put it here, but I realized I have to put it here, and I'll show you why. So I built it towards the back, and I don't have a 19 wrench, so hand tying that. Make it all legit and pretty. That I'm just gonna put some tape on it. Good old-fashioned army tape. That way no snow gets inside. Duct tape works for everything. Right, bring that around. I'll maybe have to use a connector, so I'm gonna leave a little bit there. Nope. That's better. Better. All right, that's good to go there. One butt connector there. Do it twice. Let's clamp it twice. Cool. And let's see if this works. I'm gonna buy a small battery for this and hook it in here. But in the meantime, let's just go ahead and grab what battery I have, okay? All right, so I put the bracket on there and I don't like the way it moves. It's fine, you can work with it. It does okay, but it makes a little bit of noise and I want this ultra quiet and I don't have the part that I need for this. But after hooking up my butt connectors to the trolling motor battery that I have available with me right now, there it is. You can actually move that switch on the outside and just get another actual extended cable to it and put your switch right here on the outside of the box. So you don't have to open and close the box right anytime you want to turn it on, but it doesn't bother me to open and close the box because I actually put stuff, I'm probably going to use it as storage space on the ice. But there we go. So that's what it's doing and that's what it looks like right now. I just have to get the bracket I need, so this is going to go up and down vertical right here to where I want it versus this bad boy right here where it does do the job but it just makes noise and I don't like it. It makes noise because it rubs on the plastic 50 ammo can that I have, storage container, but I have an idea. Okay, so I did not like the way that wiper blade bracket was holding. So I went ahead and went to Lowe's and picked up an aluminum 1x8 by 1 3-foot. And I went ahead and marked where I'm going to tap a hole there. And I want to build it a bit farther because where I'm going to place my rod. And I don't want my bell to hit the actual piece of the ammo can right there. That way I can build it like so. So theoretically, the way I want it to do is just move up and down like so. Just like that. And that's what I want to do. But I need enough clearance so it doesn't hit this. So I need to build that, because then what I'm going to use to put my rod holder on is a piece of PVC pipe right here. I have a smaller one, but it doesn't fit all my rods. So I need to use something that's going to fit all my rods. So this is a little bit bigger. And just like so. And then I'm going to put a Velcro right here, attached to here, attached to there. I'm going to create a little slit right there. So it has a little place so it doesn't go up and down too much, doesn't have too much vibration, too much movement. And that should work very nicely. So theoretically, after I have this in place and that right there, and where I cut it at, it should be about right there. I could make it a little bit closer right there, but I have different size rods and I don't know which rod I'll be using at what point in time. So I figured that would be plenty of room. And if I need to shorten it, I can shorten it. I'd rather cut it longer and short it down later as I go, or cut it too short and then have to buy a whole new piece. So let's go ahead and start cutting this, tapping this, and put this all together, guys. All right, got to get our safety glasses on. Safety first. All right, let's tap this hole. See what I did there? That way it fits in the fitting, and then that one is good. All right, let's go ahead and place this on there. You know what I was thinking? You could probably actually thread your aluminum and thread this piece on and fit it to size. I just thought about that. As you're doing a DIY build and you are custom doing things, you kind of think about things as you're going along. All right, now that that's there and that's in place, and I got that tightened down, let's go ahead and hook up some power to it. Run the wire, got my battery there. Let's flip the switch. And there we go, guys. That looks like an auto jigger coming up, or a flasher, either or. Now this here, if you know anything about Wishart motors, you can adjust this to however you want it. If you want to go lower, if you want to go higher, but I want it parallel to the ground as much as possible. It's a little bit off, but if I can get it parallel to the ground, so that way my rod hits and it pulls up. Rod hits, pulls up, and then when I'm jigging, my flasher right there as well, it's going parallel to the ground and up. So this is just a little bit of finesse on how you want to line it up to the ground. You can make it higher or lower, however you want. And then the last thing I need to do is find the battery for this, for the inside. See, I'm running my trolling motor battery right there. Now there's plenty of space in there for a small battery. I just have to find one now, and that's it. I think I'm gonna go to Battery Plus to find that battery. Leave a comment down below if you know exactly where I could find that battery. That way I can finish this build a lot faster. But in the meantime, hey, at least I know it's working. And let's go ahead and strap on the rod holder. Okay, so let's go ahead and start tapping in some holes for my rod holder right there that I made. And I gotta finishing that off. It's a little rough, but let's go ahead and start tapping some holes. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is gonna finish this off because it's really nasty looking. Oops, ha, almost punched the hole all the way through the other end. No bueno. Do the same thing with the other one. All right, so now let's put the screws in. And there we go. I'll tighten it down. All right, so now that we are all done here now, what I did is I went ahead and attached the strap on here just in case if I wanted to jig with my rod, a fish wasn't gonna run off with it. So I don't want that to happen. There you go. We need that for extra protection. And then also what I did, how I strapped it, I just picked this up at Lowe's for $5. It's a Velcro strap. I went ahead and put it there on one of my bolts there. I mean, there's probably a lot better way of doing that, but this is the best way I can figure it out right now. So there we go. One little walkthrough right here. All right, so check this out. So what I did here is I added a little swivel there, put another eye bolt swivel right there, attached it here, put some washers on there, as you can see, 1, 2 washers. Ran a little bit larger bolt there so I can hold it there. That way, when I don't want to jig, I can flash. I can draw the fish in. It's an old school technique before technology came out. And there you go. That's your flasher. Now, you can customize your length for however long you need it, 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, to get down there to your Lakers and your kokanees. And if I don't want to flash, I'm going to jig. All right, let's get a full action of that jig. Now what I'm gonna do here while I'm on the ice, I got some extra ice anchors and I'm gonna put a strap here. That way this holds us in place. As you can see, it moves around a lot. Even if I have added weight in here, it's going to move around. So I'm going to strap this here with one ice anchor on the right, one ice anchor on the left, and that's gonna hold it in place nice and tight. And I actually do have extra straps where I can strap it down nice and tight. That way I'm doing my jigging and I'm doing my flashing whenever I want to flash. So do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you on the ice very soon.